Good evening, everybody. Hello there. Hello. So we're on a different time tonight, 7 o'clock. We'll see if we can get some people in tonight. Hello, LaDonna. Hey, we have a special guest tonight. He and another special guest we'll talk about very soon is in the green room waiting to come in, but we're going to get started here and see if we can't get a few people in. Hello, everybody from the Facebook groups. Hello, everybody from YouTube. How are you doing tonight? Big night tonight. We're gonna kind of brainstorm about the big Tique Fest or Tique Stock coming up. I said Tique Fest. Tique Stock coming up at the first weekend of June. Hi, Kenny Haynes. How are you? And of course, I'm gonna ask you to help me brainstorm some ideas. I'm gonna ask you some questions about it. I'm gonna tell you about some of the things we've already got planned, and we're gonna bring in one of our co-hosts tonight. All right. Hello. Hi, Valerie. Oh, Valerie's working in the ER. She's trying to listen. Okay. So, hello, everybody. We will get started here very shortly tonight. Again, get your pen and pencils out if you are coming to Tique Stock. It's going to be the first weekend of June, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're welcome to come on Thursday. Just to let you know a little bit about it, we are in Marshall, Michigan, which is in kind of the south middle part of Michigan, and everybody is welcome. No, I'm not early. This is our chit chat, question and answer. We're going to talk a little bit about our event this summer, and we're going to bring Mike from Unique Antiques in. He is going to be helping us with our event this year and making an appearance there. So we're real excited about that. So anyway, it's going to be an event that is going to be both on YouTube and both on site. So we're going to talk about that. Okay. First of all, before we get Mike in, I wanted to show you our layout, and Mike is watching too. So I want to show you what Drummies looks like. Now, Drummies is our old homestead, and this is where we're going to have it. And I'm going to block the screen out because I'm not real techie, but I'm going to show you the room that we have. Oh, not that one. Let me try something else here. Here's Drummies. Okay, there it is. So that's where we're going to set up. And we're going to, the building closest to you is going to be where the parking lot is going to be. You can see my car parked in front of the middle building on the farthest end. That's where my shop is. We're going to have George parked out along the field there in a motorhome. We're going to have people camping on the outside, people set up. We can do camping all along the field. Plus, we've got more area. You see our little trails out in the marsh. So we got lots of room for parking, lots of room for people to set up. It's going to be totally free. Totally free. Everyone hits a thumbs up. So let me see if I can get back here. And get that out of the way. I just wanted to give you an idea of how big it was. So, and I need some help brainstorming. This is our first year there, so I'm going to ask for your opinions on things, and we're going to meet. Let me tell you a little bit about Mike first. And I'm so excited tonight because we are going to interview Mike and his lovely daughter tonight. They will be at the event. And I have to tell you, I'm just so tickled to be able to get to know Mike with you together. We'll do that tonight. As you know, George the Antique Nomad is coming to the event, barring any emergency that comes up. He's dealing with some stuff right now that he can't commit 100%, but he picked the weekend. And so he was a little, he was a little like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't want to not be there, but he's dealing with some stuff that anything could happen at any time. And so I understood that. So I discovered Mike and I asked him, I said, would you be a part of our event in case something happens? We will have two big headliners. And he said, yes. And he has a whole group of subscribers that a lot of them, we're going to make a bunch of new friends. So without further ado, order the porta potties. Yes, indeed, Karen Lord, we do. We're going to bring him in. Hey, you two, give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Are you ready? All right, let's bring them in. Here we go. All right. There they are. All right, everybody.
Hey, how are we doing, guys?
This is Mike from Unique Antiques. He will be helping us with the show, and his daughter, Eliza. Hi, Eliza. How are you?
Good.
So, Mike runs a antique. Would you consider it a mall or shop, Mike?
Oh, it's a mall. We got 9,000 square feet. It's huge. So yeah, it's definitely a mall.
It's huge, and Mike has got a huge following of his own. He's got like 32,000 subscribers almost, or
Yeah, about 32,500, I think, right now. So I think we're doing pretty good on YouTube.
Oh my gosh! So, I think Mike is going to be such a great addition. He does a lot of videos, a lot of educational videos on different things in the antique world. And Eliza, I've seen a couple videos with you in it, and I'm just really impressed. But we'll talk about that later. First, we're going to ask your dad a few things, and we're just tickled that you're going to be a part of the event too. Look at all the love here.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
So Mike is going to have an event too, and I want to plug that first. If you're local in Michigan, he's having a street fair in Nashville, Michigan. When are those dates, Mike?
We're actually doing it on May 6th. It's a Saturday. We're doing, it's called the 66 Unique Antique Festival. We are doing a live auction. We're doing flea market vendors. We're shutting down M66. We're going to have about 70 to 80 flea market vendors. There's going to be live wood carving, food trucks, cornhole tournament. Yeah, it's going to be really awesome. We are super excited for it.
Okay. So they're going to have that in May, and then a month later, we're going to have ours out at the farm. And it's going to be if you can hit both events, it would be great. But let me go ahead and talk to Mike a little bit, and then we're going to talk to you about what we're going to be doing at the festival. And Mike, tell us how you got started in antiques. I'm so interested in that.
Yeah. It was actually really interesting. Me and my wife both worked at Walmart. We were retail workers, and we just got so tired of working for somebody, and we kind of were getting into a little bit of going to auctions and whatnot. And I was a big sports card collector, so I was buying sports cards, and I found out real quick I could, I was buying them for $10 and I could sell them for $20 or $30. And so we started flipping sports cards and doing really well with that. And then we would get into glassware. So we got into Fenton glassware, and then Roseville pottery. And we kind of just started expanding our reach on what we were getting into. And then before we know it, we're like, man, I think we could kind of antique world. And it just kind of took off from there. And we started learning a little bit about everything from the beginning, and kind of just taking that off and just going with it. I mean, it was something that kind of just wasn't expected, and it kind of caught fire, and it turned out really well so far. We're 10 years strong at our store. And
wow.
Yeah, it's great.
You look so young. When did you start this? You must have been babies.
Well, I was 27 when we opened our business. 28 when I opened our business. Yeah, me and my wife both were just kind of, we took a leap, and it was literally a leap. We pretty much cleared out our accounts and said, okay, we're going to do this 100% and put 100% into it. And if it works out, great. And if it doesn't work out, it's because, it wasn't because we didn't try our best. And so we really, put ourselves out there and, nose to the grindstone. I was knocking on doors, telling everybody about our store. I mean, it was a grind, and we grinded for so long. We still grind, but it's nice to see a little bit of fruits to your labor sometimes.
But you love what you do, so it doesn't always seem like work.
It's not work at all, honestly, anymore. Me and my wife, I'll just call her Amber because that's her name. So I start saying my wife, but just me and Amber kind of both got to the point where we love going to work every day, because we're around people that want to be around antiques and around what we're into. And then not only that, but we get to go to auctions and garage sales and estate sales. I mean, you're literally just hunting and treasure hunting every day. So, I mean, there's nothing cooler than out there trying to find the next treasure every day. I mean, it is really awesome.
It is absolutely awesome. And I'm going in 40 years next year, and I never get tired of it. So
no.
Never. Now, Eliza, are you interested in the collectibles at all?
Yes, I am actually. I have a little collection, not like of antique stuff, but I have a little collection of stuff of my own.
what do you like to collect? Is there anything in particular?
Well, it's not really anything old, but they're like Funko Pops. They're little like vinyl figures, and there's like different characters of like for example, different movies or games, and you can just collect them. So yeah.
I know what they are. I gotta go get one. I think I have one sitting right here. I do have one sitting right here. And you're talking to somebody who's kind of old school, but this is what you're talking about, isn't it?
Yep.
A Funko. Oh gosh. So, actually one of the first videos, and this is why I really wanted Eliza to come. One of the first videos I saw of Mike's was, and I don't know if you did this more than once, where you gave Eliza something that she didn't know what it was. And it was like, kind of like, what's my line?
Yeah.
And I saw you, Eliza, and I thought, you are asking such great questions, and you're just really into this, and you really could figure it out. It was really cool. So maybe if you guys are coming to the event, maybe we can save up a few things, and you guys can do that, because I think that was really cute.
Yeah, we've done about 5 or 6 of those videos where we usually have people kind of give us ideas of what they want us to ask Eliza. So we'll bring out an antique and see if she'll know what it is, and just the mindset of an 11-year-old, and kind of thinking what, we showed her an ashtray, and like she had no idea what an ashtray was, and it's not even an old item, but we brought out a lot of different items, and just to see the way her mind worked, and the way of that generation's mind worked, and how some of these things are. It's pretty amazing, honestly, to sit and watch.
Yeah, that's the video I saw, and that's when I was hooked, and I said, "Oh my gosh, these two are from Nashville. That's not very far from me."
No, not at all. Not at all.
And I'm just so excited to be able to meet you both. I know you're busy. It's crazy planning an event. It looks easy, but it's not. It's just not.
No, it's not. We are nonstop right now working towards May 6th. And it's funny that somebody mentioned porta potties in the comment section, because we've been, out of everything, that's like the biggest thing we've been trying to hunt down is porta johns for this event, it seems like, lately. So I totally get that.
It's crazy. This is the first year that we've actually done it at the homestead here in Marshall, and I thought it would be easier, but I'm not sure it is.
Nope, I understand that completely.
But anyway, so we're just going to brainstorm a little bit here, and I want to ask you a little bit about trends in antiques, Mike. What are you seeing that's popular right now? Since you see it every day, what are you thinking that we should start collecting a little bit? And what do you think is kind of maybe losing value in today's market?
Absolutely. I would say right now, at least at our shop, we're seeing a large uptick in glass. So Fenton, Depression, Carnival, that's been selling a lot more lately, where it was on a huge downfall for a few years there. So that's been coming back. And then we kind of always talk about that nostalgia, is what we talk about a lot on our YouTube channel, is about what brings people into people are really the people born in the 60s and 70s. And so they're coming in, and our records are selling like crazy. We've been selling LPs. The value of LPs have gone up so much in the last 2-3 years. And we're starting to see that generation get into the more even Tupperware from that era, those colors like the mustard yellows, the browns. All of those things have been so popular lately. So I would say, if I had to pick out a couple items, glass has been selling pretty well, and then records, and then that generation of those 60s and 70s babies, that kind of era of items has been really, really hot.
I can't believe the record thing. I mean, that just flips me out. Now, when we're looking at records, is there anything that we should look for? Should we look for rock records? I mean, is it by artist, or is there a reason to it? Or
the rock albums are super popular. Would be, if you're going to look to go towards anything, I would say the hair bands of the 80s, rock in the 60s and 70s, Bob Dylan. It's all like super hot right now, because that's the stuff that's coming back. I mean, kids are even able to buy records at Target and Walmart now. So, I mean, they're really starting to go back, and we're selling a lot of those records to kids in the 20s and 30s. I mean, the young people are starting to make a name in the antiquing world by what they're buying and what they're coming to our store for. But yeah, if you're looking for records to get out there to buy, you want to go for the rock and roll records, classic rock, hair bands, a little bit of country, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, those kind of albums are always going to be popular. But country is a little less, but rock is definitely something that we sell like crazy.
And if you're out in the wild, is there any amount that you would pay for a record? I mean, does it just matter on the artist? I mean, should you pick them up if you see them for a couple of bucks, or does it even matter?
Anytime I can get rock albums for a couple bucks, I always pick them up, because I always look at it. Our antique shop, our main focus is we don't want to be a museum. And so when we tell people that, we always want to turn stuff over. So that way, when customers are coming to our store, they're always going to get a new look every time. It's not going to be the same trip and the same things they're going to see. So we really try to move stuff. So when I'm buying records, I'd love to pay, as cheap as I can get them, obviously, just because that's the business we're in. But if I can pay a couple bucks for rock albums, I do it all the time. Usually we're going to get at least $5 for them, but we could get easily up to $15 to $20 to $30 for some of these records, depending on the artist. So, I mean, like everybody else, just, we're just resellers, just under the umbrella of an antique store. So, it really is kind of the way we look at it, I guess. So
in your store, because you've had it 10 years, have you noticed a lot more foot traffic coming in the last couple of years? I'm just wondering, because I'm an auctioneer, and we used to laugh at when we had antique sales, because we'd look out and everybody would be white haired, and then we really thought it would never come back, and all of a sudden here comes the young people again.
Well, for us, we started seeing a lot of foot traffic, which we always were busy. We're pretty much the prototypical business where it started somewhere, then you had to build a name, and then you just keep building that name up and up and up. And once YouTube started going for us, I mean, YouTube kind of came out of the blue when we started it, and it kind of built up. And then we started having people traveling all over the Midwest to come see us, just based off seeing us on YouTube. So that foot traffic really blew up for us. And then that just that, as well as just normal, word of mouth, really helped. Amber runs a lot of the store. I'm only there usually a couple days a week, because I'm usually out doing estate sales and auctions and garage sales and house picks and stuff like that. So I give her a lot of the credit for it, because she has phenomenal customer service. She has literally customers that come in just to see her, and when they see me, it's more like, where's Amber kind of thing. So a lot of it I give credit to her, because she's held the store down when I've been out trying to buy for the store and buying for us to get more stuff in. So, but foot traffic wise, I mean, COVID was a big thing that everybody thought COVID kind of knocked everything down, but really it made us we had so much traffic during COVID. It was unbelievable. I think people wanted to get out and about, and then it kind of really it sprung us like probably twofold on everything that we were doing. We were getting double the amount of sales, double the amount of customers. I mean, it was quite hectic there for a couple of years, and honestly, it hasn't come down yet. So it's been great.
Yeah. Well, it's good news for all of us, because we all have collections of some kind, and if the kids are interested in it, I'm all for it.
Yeah, because I mean, the younger generation, people think the youngers don't care about antiques, and I made a video about it because it got to the point where I was hearing it so much that it's like, it was never that the younger people didn't care about antiques, they just didn't care about your antiques. And so a lot of times they just have a different interest. And so once you find out that interest of what they're into, you just take that advantage. Make the antique stores evolve. So you're evolve from the dish sets that everybody wants to the LPs that everybody wants and the retro look that everybody wants. It just really evolves. The business evolves, and as long as you evolve with it, you'll be just fine.
So, Eliza, do you go hunting for antiques too?
Yes, sometimes. If I go to the auction with Dad, I'll, depending, because I don't really like bidding, because it's just not my thing yet. So I'll have Dad do it depending on how big the lot is. And so sometimes I hunt for antiques, but not all the time.
Have you found something at an antique market or a flea market that you thought that you didn't know was valuable and ended up being valuable?
Yeah, it like,
Oh, looks like we're losing them a little bit. We'll see if they come back here.
Oh, you're all good on our end. I don't know.
Okay.
I see it. If you guys don't see me, I see it.
Yeah. What did you say, Eliza? Did you ever find anything that you thought you didn't think was valuable and Dad told you it was?
yeah, we found a box underneath the table at an auction, and I think we got it for like $5, and I think it had some glass in it, just a ton of different things, and I sold it at the store and actually made a decent profit.
Oh,
She
great.
made about $75 off a $5 box, so it was really awesome. She was really excited.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
Yeah.
when you come to Tique Stock, you will maybe we can have you work in the auction a little bit, holding stuff up. It just depends when you come. We're going to get that all worked out.
For sure.
But we're going to talk a little bit about it. I got a sale coming up, but I want everybody to we're going to talk a little bit about it. Let me come over here just a second. You guys can listen just a little bit because we haven't had a chance to talk, so we might as well tell everybody. So if you are out there and you want to come now, I've got a list going. You need to contact us if you want a spot to sell. If you want to camp and have a spot, you need to tell us that. If you want to only camp, you need to tell us that. And I'm going to post my email here, and we're going to start making lists. I've got one going. And let me know. I see Geneva's coming. We've got quite a list already. Now, the spots are going to be free. They're going to be primitive sites. If you want to camp, we're going to do the stock thing. I mean, bring the candles and it's not going to be cold and it'll be okay. You don't need electricity, but we do have a couple generators upon requests that we can give you, but it's going to be primitive camping. And you can go ahead and you can have a camping spot and you can sell if you'd like. Saturday, we're going to have the auction. So we're going to want you to be open with your stuff to sell Saturday from 9 to 12. And that's when I really think you should be open. We're not going to have specific times for this because we're going to just be groovy. We're going to play it by ear. If you want to come in Thursday and set up, you can come in Thursday and set up. Yes, ask questions. Can we bring our own small grills? You can. We're gonna get a community grill, and we're thinking about getting a chuck wagon for Saturday. What do you think about that? I don't know. What do you think about that, Mike? For a smaller crowd, that's one thing I don't know. We have the possibility of getting a chuck wagon for the auction. I'm beginning to think we're going to have a lot of people there.
How many people do you plan on having? Do you have an estimate of what you guys are thinking?
Right now, I'm overwhelmed with the response.
Yeah,
so
it's been great.
There's so many local people too, and I think we're going to need it. To have the flea market and the auction going at the same time, I think it's going to be crazy. And if you are setting up, you're going to be responsible for your own booth. If you want to come into the auction at noon for a while, bring some stuff where you can, close your booth up with, cover it up, whatever. Maybe you'll be sitting by somebody that can help you watch things or whatever. But if you want to go do something, you can do that. There's no set rules here. You can swap, you can trade. Hi, Rhonda. The dates are going to be the first weekend in June. You can come in Thursday and, you can stay till Monday. So it's going to be fun. We're going to open up drummies for you to shop. I'm going to bring out a bunch of tubs you can shop through that came from our storage unit that we have 500 tubs in. Rhonda knows about that. No, do not have tables. You'll have to bring your own tables. Just don't have them. I wish you did. I'm not going to have hardly enough for the auction. Handicap parking, we'll put you as close as we can. And if you need a ride, we'll put you on a buggy and take you to your spot. Do you have any questions, Mike and Eliza?
No, I'm excited to be a part of the Tique stock because I love the name. I know we're really excited to be a part of it. We can't wait to go down there. We're gonna definitely hype it up as much as we can with on our Facebook group. We got about 5,000 people that follow us on Facebook. We're gonna hop on our YouTube. It'll start being advertised on our YouTube page as well. The more people down there, we can all work together and to make this big for everybody. I think it just helps out everybody. It helps out people that are going to be there. It helps out you guys. It helps out help everybody out. I think that's great. So nope, we're excited.
Another thing that some of the new people don't know what we do. So we're going to have the auction at noon, but all during the time that you are with us, we're going to sell for you off and on YouTube. You'll be responsible for your own shipping and billing, but depending on how many people, we'll sell for you. So you may, we may go and sell for an hour. I may sell with you. I may sell with one of our vendors for 3 or 4 items, maybe 5 to 10. I don't know yet. We'll see how many people come up. And then you might get Mike sit down with you and sell live, or George, or any of us, John or Jill. So we want to make this your event. That's why it's free. We want you to sell some stuff so that you can pay for your expenses. And we just want to have a big Rosie family reunion. So that's what it is. John says, yes, we have handicap parking. We do. So I have to tell you that there are 2 hotels in town. Eileen's coming from New York, aren't you, Eileen? And she's going to be camping. So let me know via email if you just need a spot, if you need a camping spot and a setup spot, or if you're camping only. Okay. It is very cool. Yes. So George will be there. He'll have a spot. We've got a pretty big list already. And that's what we're going to do. So there is also south of us, there is Allen Antique Mall. Have you been there, Mike? Have you been to Allen? I'm sure you have.
It's been a while, but I have been down there. Yes, it's nice shops down there.
Allen is huge, 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 huge. It's the antique capital of Michigan. That's south of us. If you wanted to go Friday and hang out, we'll have this all on the itinerary. And Sunday, Marshall is beautiful to look around. We're trying to get an underground railroad tour together for Sunday, and we'll see how that goes. Of course, if you want to hang out at the farm the whole time, you can. You're more than welcome. We're going to open the shop. We're going to open Drummy's so you can come in and shop, and there'll be stuff to do all weekend. So there are 2 hotels in Marshall, the Hampton Inn and the Holiday Inn. We had to adjust the rates at the Holiday Inn. The guy that gave me the rates was not qualified to do so, but we got $138 a night for the Holiday or the Hampton. The Hampton is dog friendly. It's $35 for 2 dogs. They can stay the whole time with you for $35, and that's a 2-dog limit. There is a trolley from the Holiday Inn and the Hampton Inn that goes into Marshall that's free on the weekends, and you can hop on it and go to town. And those 2 hotels are about 12 to 13 miles from the homestead site. And Valerie's going to be there. So, yeah, cash and carry. Yeah, you got it. So that's what we're going to do. Now, if you are looking for something less than 138, there is Howard's Motel. I hope you're writing this down, but you can always rewatch it. I have not. One of our members used to work there. I know it's still in Marshall. There's the Cadet in Coldwater. Those are probably more reasonable if you are price conscious. But there you go. We're kind of right in the middle of Coldwater in Marshall. Is there anybody that has any questions? And we're going to do this periodically and let you know what we have going on. The auction's going to be cool. It's going to be half Fenton, half other kinds of stuff. And Mike can put stuff in if you'd like. We're going to have some lots open for you, Mike. Elijah, if you want to put something in our auction, honey, you can. About that, okay?
How many vendors are you expecting for your flea market? How many can you hold out there?
I have no idea. Right now we have about, I don't know, we've got quite a few, and I know I'm not even writing them all down. I know we got over 10, and I haven't even advertised it yet, and that's not counting me and George.
That's gonna be awesome.
I think it is. There's a lot of Airbnbs. Okay, Pat's coming into town, and she's staying at an Airbnb. Pat, there's a lot in Marshall, isn't there? Pat's coming from Huron, Ohio. Teresa and Eileen are coming from Westfield, New York, and hopefully they'll have a brand new camper from Russell. the dealership he works at is going to advertise with us and let the girls stay in a new camper. Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed. There's a lot of Airbnbs. Okay. Any other questions concerning this? We have decided we were going to have the auction outside. We decided we are going to have the auction in the building. If you want to set up during the auction, we're going to have it live on Facebook so you can watch it. The auction will not have internet bidding. There will be absentee bidding that'll have to be called in if you want to watch it from home. But during the auction, you have to actually be there to bid. So it's going to be really fun. If George is there, which he's planning on it, we will have maybe an antique fair, appraisal fair right there on site. I really can't plan it with Marshall, which I kind of wanted to at the National House Inn. They're just begging me to have an appraisal fair there. But with the situation this year with George, I'm not sure that we can do that. But we will have one on site if he's there, if you want to bring something for him to appraise. We did that last year, and it was a lot of fun. One of these days, I'm going to get him to come to your store. Wouldn't that be fun, Mike?
Yeah, I'd love to meet the guy. Like I said, I've watched a few of his videos. I like what he does. I mean, anytime we can all support each other, I think that's always a good thing.
It is. It is. So, and if you're watching and you're, a reseller on YouTube, the more the merrier. Come on down. It's free. Set up your stuff. There's going to be lots of opportunity to do content, and we just welcome anybody that wants to come. Okay. Any other questions before we get out of here and get ready for our pottery sale? We'll bring Mike in off and on as it gets closer. I'm trying to talk Mike into selling something with us. Oh, maybe Eliza could come on for breakfast. We have a 10 at 10 sale every weekday morning, Eliza. You're always welcome to pop in if you want and visit with us. Show us some of your finds. We would love to have you on as a guest in the morning. That would be so much fun. We need to get some shirts made. We do. Okay. So, Mike, my husband is John. I wish he could come on. I didn't even think to get him a link. That's the first time he's able to meet you too. Okay.
Yeah,
are you willing to take some donations to help with the cost of potties and other stuff? I haven't even thought about that. This event is something that we do for our Rosie family. It's our way of appreciation for you guys. If we do something like that, maybe we'll auction one item off. I don't know. I haven't even thought about that. But thank you, Geneva, for even bringing that up. I think we're going to have some kind of a really good prize, and it's going to involve guessing marbles in a jar. John brought this beautiful jar home the other day, and I said that would be so good for our grand prize, is to start guessing how many marbles are in there, and we'll leave it open to everybody. The one thing I want to make sure, and I don't want people to think that they're being left out because they can't come, because it's so important to me that if you're sitting at home and you watch us every day, I want you to be just a big a part of it. So we will do our best to film everything. We're going to do our best to have you meet everybody so you can put faces to the names of everybody that you see every day. And it really is something that you're going to enjoy at home too. All right. Eileen would like to donate to the auction too. Well, Eileen, you work for an auctioneer. We may need you to help me. I'll accept help if you are local and want to help. I'm going to talk to a couple of people about that for the auction, because I'm afraid we may need a little bit of help holding stuff up, maybe clerking and signing out. But we'll talk as that gets closer to the day. We'll make sure we're covered there. All right. Absolutely, I will help. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to get together with Mike and let you know exactly. Do you know what day you want to come for sure, Mike, or are you still?
I would assume it's going to be Friday or Saturday, whatever day works out better, that most people are going to be there, that we can help out the most. I mean, so whatever day works out for you guys will work out for us. We'll make sure it happens one way or the other. So.
Okay, Valerie said she's going to help too. Valerie Cox runs, and her husband runs estate sales. So we've got lots of good help. And Mike and Eliza will more than likely then be there Saturday, so you can talk to them.
Yep.
Yeah, you can watch from Hawaii. You sure can. All right. Okay, I am going to let you go. If there's no questions, I'm going to go get ready for the pottery sale. Eileen is going to come on with me here at 8 o'clock. So we're going to take a little breather here. Eliza and Mike, thank you so much for coming tonight. And I want to let you know that you need to go subscribe to Mike and follow him. We got a couple months before the event, so you can get to know them a lot better. And you'll have a great time meeting him. All right. Okay, everybody, get ready for the 8 o'clock show. We're going to let you go.
Thanks, guys.
Mike and Eliza, you can stay right there for just a second, and I'll say goodbye to everybody. Talk to you soon.